Good morning, everyone. My name is Liv. I'm coming at you from Daytona Beach, Florida, and I am back at it again with some personal development for the ladies. So if you're a man, you can chill out if you want, but I'm really going to be talking to women, especially moms. One thing I have noticed as becoming a stay-at-home mom is that I don't take care of myself enough. I don't focus on myself enough, and I think that's really important. I feel like many moms don't do that as well. So I decided to start this. I do it when I can in the morning. Having kids is tough to, like get a second without everybody needing something from you. But I decided that I was going to start this personal development in the morning. If you want to join in, what I do is I have started this book called Girl Stop Apologizing. If you want to come here and listen, I talk a little bit. If you just want to catch, the replay, I do like a quick little clip of it later in the day. I'll take clips from this whole live and put it as a little reel or whatever, TikTok, I don't know, whatever they're called on here. But anyways, so I am gonna get right in on it while I don't have kiddos. Last time we were talking about how when our children are needing attention, when they are bugging us, let's say, for lack of better terms, a lot of the times what they're wanting is just truly that attention, because attention equals love in their eyes. So I'm going to say that again. Attention equals love in their eyes. You have to think about when they were a little tiny baby. You'd sit there and you just watch them, right? You just stare at your baby and you're like, oh my gosh, how is this so entertaining? But that baby got so used to just being the center of your life, being what was always being looked at, always being paid attention to. And then all of a sudden, it like hit them out of nowhere that they can't just be cute anymore. They can't just sit there and everybody just loves it, right? So that's kind of where we left off, is that attention equals love in children's eyes. All right, listen up, because I'm about to tell you something that may help you understand literally every person you know, and possibly yourself as well. When you were a newborn, you needed constant care and notice to stay alive. But at some point, you stopped getting that undivided attention because you didn't need it anymore. But you still liked people's regard. You were a baby after all. And so your clever mind started to test out ways to get noticed on demand. Some toddlers get attention by being affectionate, so they learn to be dependent upon it. Some toddlers get attention by doing something that makes their parents laugh, so they learn to entertain. Some toddlers learn to get attention by doing something good that everybody praises. They become an achiever. Some toddlers notice that when they fall down and hurt themselves, or when they're sick, mommy gives them extra attention and care. A hypochondriac is born. Some toddlers get any attention no matter what they do, so they kick and scream and throw a fit. Being angry is better than being ignored. These toddlers tend to turn into childhood habits. Childhood habits that go unaltered turn into our unconscious ways of being. So, just right there. Childhood habits that go unaltered turn into our unconscious way of being. So things that we learned there during that time that we transitioned from being a baby to just, all of a sudden having responsibilities. Sorry, that was a Rugrat reference, if anybody didn't get that. So when that time turned, we learned what was going to get us attention, right? And Oh, really? See, he wants attention. He knows how to get it. He makes noise, I turn. Those habits that we learn of how to get attention is what we unconsciously think about and do in our lives now. Hey, what's up, everybody? Make sure that you're tapping that screen if you're finding value from this. I know it sounds like one big sweeping generalization, but seriously, ask yourself if this sounds like any adults you know. Yeah. ask yourself this, okay, ready? Do you have anyone in your life who always has problems? Do you have that person? Because, like, I can think about 5. Like, you call them on the phone and they're like, oh, well, this, oh, well, that, well, I have to go to the doctors for this. I don't have enough money for that. Like, and you're like, is there ever anything good in your life? Like, I call you and all you have to do is complain. Do you have a person like that? Drop yes in the comments if you do, because like I said, I can think about 5 people that I call and it's complaints. That's all I hear from them. They don't have anything good in their life. All right. No matter what day of the week it is, the sky is always falling, right? The sky's always falling with them. That's because their problems give them the attention they crave from others. They just want your attention. They want people to see them. So they think, if I have all these problems, or if I have a problem, somebody's going to pay attention to me. Somebody's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry that's happening to you. They want that. They crave it. Are you craving attention? Are you craving some attention? Yeah. All right. That's because their problems give them the attention that they crave from others. Do you know anyone in your life who's an overachiever? Do you know anybody in your life who's an overachiever? I'm feeling a little shots fired because I'm definitely an overachiever. A workaholic? Always pushing themselves? That's likely because they, like me, it actually says it in this book, but it's definitely like me as well, got attention through achievement as a child, and the habit is hard to break. That habit's hard to break. I know, like, anytime I got an A, oh, good job, I was praised, I was given things. I did well in sports, I was praised, I was given things. It causes habits in the adult life. So how are you going... Think about this, especially my mom's here. Think about this. How are you giving attention to your children? When are you giving attention to your children? Because these things are going to create habits in their future, in their adult lives. All right. Do you know any women who seem utterly helpless? They constantly need someone to help them fix the problem or counsel them through every decision. Do you know one of them? I'd bet my bottom dollar it's because they were raised in a home that fed them those lies or controlled every decision for so long that they have no confidence in their own capabilities. Y'all, is this giving you some value? If it is, tap the screen. So we're learning this about these people, that these people are actually most likely not even making these decisions of why they crave attention, why they act helpless. It's not them, guys. It's what they learned in these super critical years as a child. And so when you go to approach these people, we need to think about this in the back of our mind. All right. My point is, we learn at a very early age that there are things that we can do to hold on to attention. And even if the specifics of how we do it morph and change over time, the overarching way we're taught to gain notice as a child, from being entertaining to being an achiever, chronically sick, overly hungry, or always in crisis, often remains the same and affects the way we seek attention as adults. Y'all, that's important. It's important, okay? So that person that whines and cries and always is in trouble or has this big situation going on, that's how they got attention as a child. That's how they got attention as a child. So for me, it was always through achievement that I was able to receive notice from my parents. What this taught me at a very early age was that in order to be loved, I needed to do things to earn it. Did my parents love me? Absolutely. But to a child for whom notice is the outpouring of love, the absence of any leads to a desperation to learn what she can do to receive it. So let's recap. Let's just talk about this real quick. Your child and you learn that certain behaviors will get noticed. Okay? So you have one kind of behavior, you're going to be noticed. So if you cry, your parents notice, you're going to cry more. If you achieve, your parents notice and love on you, you're going to achieve more. So this begins to implant itself into who you're growing to become. Whatever those things that we instill in our children or the things that were instilled in us is who we become in the future, guys. Make sure you're tapping that screen if this is getting some value for you guys. But that's not the only hurtful thing you're learning. It's around the same age when you not only learn how to get love, but you're told who you'll have to be in order to keep receiving it. Have you ever considered how much of your current life is truly made up of your choices, and which areas you're really just the thing that were expected of you? Like, think about your life right now. How many things today are you choosing to do versus how many things are you expected to do? Think about your job. Sorry, hold on one second. Oh, no, don't grab the popcorn. Ha. All right, think about your job, guys. Think about your job. How many of the things that you do for your job are you expected to do? All of them? Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, how many things around the house today are you expected to do versus that you want to do? I was raised knowing that I would get married and have children, and quickly. It wasn't going to be a slow process. In my small town, most of the girls I went to high school with had their first child by the time that they were 19. When I had my first son, I was 24 and practically ancient. This is her, but I very much relate. 24. What in the actual world? In retrospect, that seems incredibly young to me. The idea of one of my kids having a baby at 24 makes me start to hyperventilate. There's so much life to live, so many things to see, so much you don't know about yourself yet. At that age, I can't say that I change anything about when I got married or when I had babies, because that would mean I wouldn't have my children I have now. But the older I get, the more I become aware of that I was raised thinking that my real value was based on the role I would play for other people. After all, being deemed a good wife or a good mother or daughter is rarely based on how true you are to yourself. Stop people pleasing. Stop people pleasing. This is my mantra. I've always been a people pleaser. I've always wanted... My baby's playing with something. I've always wanted to make sure others were happy. Most of the time before myself. I'm done. Done doing that. We are doing what's best for ourselves now. We are going to do what's best for ourselves. That's it. All right. I'm going to hop off here because my little one's getting into everything, but I will be back again when I have time in the morning, and I want to keep reading with you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later.